welcome back to my new and improved Tuesday night finger drumming live stream. Well, it's not that new, it's slightly improved. I guess the main improvement is that the microphone is not hiding my face completely anymore. Yeah, I spent a lot of time optimizing the mic stand position. What else? Oh yeah, my lovely assistant, Robert, my sound engineer. So he's joining us today. He's responsible for the sound. If anything goes wrong, then tell him. And basically what I've been preparing with for today is this new song / performance idea, going with my most recently my favorite drum kit, Steven Slade Drums 5.5, and using Modo bass. I think it's a Music Man model, and I'm quite happy with this kind of sound. It's yeah, I love that plugin. It has this extra knob which you can use to fine-tune these kind of fret noises, if you can hear those. Yeah, the drums are hiding it a little bit, but you can hear those little clicks. And I'm using Ample Sound, Ample Metal Hellraiser 3 for these beautiful melodies. And also for some of these not so beautiful melodies, like... I mean, it's the same, just a bit distorted. Hey Ashley, good to see you here. Also, Jeff, I guess, funky. Not sure if I will play a lot of funky today, but maybe Robert will have a different opinion. Yeah, also I'm using Ableton Live 11, which was released today, so it's a little bit of an experimental session. Let's see how stable it is. It seemed to be stable today when I was testing it, but the CPU meter is a bit, I guess it's a bit wilder than the previous version. It fluctuates a lot more. Maybe it's just revealing something that has been there, that had been there before. Anyway, we'll see. And I'm going to play a little bit, and then what I did yesterday at another stream was actually requesting you guys to provide me some numbers, some small integer numbers, which I integrated into grooves. And I'd like to develop this idea a little bit further today. So basically, I'd like to write a new song with you guys. Like basically, you will vote. You will give me numbers, and you will also vote for your favorite one, and I will make a video using those numbers. Anyway, I will explain it in more detail a bit later, but I continue with this for now. Enjoy. forgot to mention that this is all live and improvised as usual, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to play. I've got some pre-programmed sequences into my Max 4 Live device, nularmusic, which I developed, but I don't know exactly what kind of rhythms I'm playing. Hello, mails, letters. Yeah, I'm going to continue with this. Forgot the third improvement, which is I added a noise gate on this so that you won't be hearing my laptop's fan sound while I'm playing. It's quite loud actually. Anyway, just tiny bits of improvement. read your question in a few minutes, and I answer it in detail. For watching. I just love this virtual bass player. So tight. Almost never misses a beat. Very good. Oh, by the way, I'm going to drink this pint of beer responsibly. Enjoy. Anyway, so Jeff, back to your question. How do you approach odd time signatures, polyrhythms, and polymeters with finger drumming? Complicated question, I know, so feel free to answer however you like. I ask mostly because I'm having problems learning odd groupings on the pads, triplets, for example, since the accents fall into different hand every time, and yes, I have the mirror layout. Yep, absolutely. That is the problem with mirror layout and this basically this fundamental technique behind this type of finger drumming. So like, thanks. So triplets, like I often do this kind of stuff. So this kind of triplet kick drum, like Lamb of God style. These are the open hi-hats, and every time it falls on a different hand, exactly as you described. So one trick I've been experimenting with lately is this kind of two-finger roll thing. So like this. So with this, like with my right hand, I hit the same pad twice with different fingers, which took like quite a few months until I figured out how to do it, and still a lot more practicing ahead to be able to play this all the time reliably. Hey Coral, welcome back. I'm glad to see you. How are you doing? So like there are some finger drummers who are doing this all the time with both hands. Well, I can't do that with both hands yet, but for triplet fills, I think this is one of the key use cases for this technique. At least this is how I integrate it into my technique. And you can play it on any pad, not just the kick. So. But this is only for these little fills. It's not like, not part of the whole groove, just a little bit of extra. Yeah, and the problem with this technique is that I can't keep playing this all the time and also, use my thumb for kick and snare. So it's a little bit mutually exclusive whether I'm doing these fills or playing the normal groove. So it's not a full solution to the problem, just a solution to a subset of the problem, I would say. So after I will figure out how to do this with both hands. I mean, I know how to do it, I just can't do it yet reliably. So this kind of... So that will be pretty difficult for me, I think. But it's also not super useful because it doesn't solve any of this kind of polyrhythmic or, odd time signature problems, because it will be just 4. So I can just do right, left, staying in this constant right, left movement. However, I think there's a way to develop this even further, especially on larger pads. On these, I think it will be even more tricky to use 3 fingers for this. It seems to be possible to do this, and if I can do this with 3 fingers on my right hand and 2 fingers on my left, that's 5. So then I can do quintuplet fills. But not yet, but maybe one day. So something like... Oh no, I can't even imagine what it will sound like yet, but I think it's possible, at least in principle. Yep, healthy yet. Thank you. Glad to hear you're okay. Yeah, I think it's the same thing, although I've never learned that on the bass. I can play some bass, but only with 2 fingers or a plectrum or slapping. Anyway, yeah, so this is one approach, but the main approach I've been using when it comes to those triplets, quintuplets, for example, Meshuggah Bleed, let me see where I am with that. It's like a 5-10 year project for me to actually learn that song, the finger drumming cover. So there are these rotating elements, which I have no idea actually what's happening here, what are the numbers, what's the time signature. But yeah, you need to kind of memorize the pattern of when your right hand falls on the snare and the hi-hat, or the left hand. Tonight was the left hand on both. This is still doable, but then when I wanted to learn the second part, which is has this kind of 5 groove, I think. This is easy on these 2 pads, but adding the hi-hats or cymbals and the snare, I couldn't get my head around it. I mean, it's not about getting one's head around it, it's about kind of really memorizing the shit out of those sequences. And I think it's doable. It's just, yeah, it's really stretching your brain. And yes, I think this is one of the limitations of this kind of mirror layout technique. So yeah, not quite sure if there is a universal solution. I guess you can practice traditional drum rudiments, like these paradiddles and all those things. I'm not really familiar with because I'm not a drummer. Like, and I guess it's possible to integrate these rudiments into your playing, but yeah, I don't know much about that. The thing is that I haven't really hit too many brick walls with my technique, so I just keep adjusting it slightly and extending it, like with this thing. Yeah, it's not universal. It's probably not perfect for anything. There's this. Hey man, my toy. Just finishing this sentence, which was. I forgot the sentence. I need to drink a bit of beer, I guess. Strictly, responsibly. Robert approved it. Yeah, so I haven't hit any real brick walls. Yeah, what I was gonna say, I already told about this guy Scott, an American finger drummer. I've been in touch with, and he developed this kind of inverse technique where he's using his inverse compared to mine. Not like there's a one true way of finger drumming, or is there? I'm using my middle finger and my index finger sometimes for these kind of cymbals, and my thumb for the kick and snare. And he kind of reversed this, and he's hitting the cymbals with his thumb, and the kick. Not sure if the snare as well, but the kick definitely with his with his, I think, index and ring finger, because he's doing this kind of quadruple kick pattern thing. It's like super unique, super fast. I think his whole technique was optimized for this kind of black metal blast beat, like incredibly fast kick patterns. I think it's very interesting to see how like the different preferences, different musical preferences result in very different techniques. Like my technique, I like the implicit objective when I started off was like I wanted to play that Meshuggah song, which is on my YouTube channel. Actually the first 3 songs from Catch 33. But yeah, lots of other Meshuggah songs are following this pattern, and lots of metal songs, I guess, just constant hi-hat or crash pattern, and then the kick and snare are doing all kinds of polyrhythmic or polymetric things. 4 kicks guy. Nice. Yeah, thank you. So many questions. And I haven't even answered the first one. I get back to that. So, are you using built-in amp and FX for the guitar sound? If so, how did you set up the toggle preset with a pad? Built-in as in like I'm using various plugins for the riffs, which for the bass I'm just using whatever is included in the modo bass in the bass instrument itself, no external plugin. But I'm not turning on and off anything on that. For the guitar today, I'm not using the built-in amps of Ample Sounds Hairraiser 3. I'm using Archetype Pliny from Neural DSP. And so in Ableton, if you go to any plugin, like open up the plugin window, well, not actually the window, the little device bit at the bottom of Ableton, and there's this button called Configure, and if you press it, then the plugin UI will open, and then if it's implemented properly, then you can just change some parameters, and those parameters will appear as mappable targets within Live, and then I will just use MIDI mapping to map this button to turn it on or off. And the parameter I'm changing, so there's this overdrive pedal within this plugin, or overdrive effect, and I just mapped it to this. Does this make sense? What are the sound libraries or VSTs you use for finger drumming? For drums? Like today I'm using Steven Slate Drums 5.5. I guess like I started off with Superior Drummer 2 from Toontrack. So I really liked that plugin, and I was using it for years, but I haven't tried the latest version 3 yet. I also used BFD3 for a long time, which is an incredibly flexible instrument. Also, it's like massive, like huge sample content. Also, lots of effects and everything. It's just it takes a lot of work to get good sounds out of it. So, and I very rarely have that kind of urge. Like, I want to spend a lot of time just tweaking drum sounds. Usually, like I just want it to sound right, and then I save the device in Ableton, and then I just load it the next time. I most of the time I don't find like tweaking those parameters super inspiring. And also I use Get Good Drums Invasion plugin a lot. Like it's a contact sample library, but it's really good for metal in general. But I don't know, lately I just feel so comfortable with this Steven Slate drums thing. Also in the last couple of months I started using Addictive Drums as well, which has some really good sounds in my opinion for like very, very different vibes. Like I'm using it there, modern soul and something jazz, something like that, pack mostly, and I really like its sound, but it's not suitable for everything. And I like some of the sound packs they have a lot, and the others are just nothing in there, like nothing I really like. Also, they took a different trade-off in terms of size versus quality, like disk space versus quality compared to BFD. Like BFD is massive, Addictive Drums is like pretty small, just a few gigabytes. But if you keep doing something like this, or hitting the same thing over and over again quickly, then you can hear that there are not so many different layers for the same drum sound. So you can run into issues. Also, the tails of long like cymbals are cut abruptly, so that's how they saved space. So yeah, it's a trade-off. It's very practical to use, but there are some sonic issues, I think. Just my opinion. Hey Juan, what's on YouTube chat? I'm Jeff on. Nice. Are you trying to artificially increase my view count? I hope YouTube or Twitch won't ban me or you for this. Ample guitar. I've been using I use Hairraiser for metal sounds. It's this kind of 9-string guitar sample library, which is really good for riffs, like gent kind of riffs. Also for these gent kind of spacey, clean guitar sounds, I think. But I also use their Telecaster library called TC3, I think. That's also pretty good, but none of these are, in my opinion, nearly as good as my bass buddy, Modo Bass, because that's not a sample-based instrument. It doesn't have like tens of gigabytes of recorded sounds. It's a physical modeling instrument. They're simulating how the bass guitar's body and strings behave. At least that's the marketing material, but I fully believe it because like it sounds way better than any of the sample libraries I've tried. And it has like lots of different bass models. You can change the pickup position, the plectrum position, or playing position, picking position, I guess. Fret sounds. Yeah, I love that plugin, and I'm not getting paid for this. Swing rhythms. You mean shuffle? Oh no, no, it's yeah, the jazz library. It has nothing to do with what I play in terms of like grooves and rhythm. It's just the sound. Like I like its sound. Yeah, I can show it a bit later. What I changed today, so I'm already using the kind of the hardest velocity curve, which allows me to play like super soft notes. Like if I use a different, not sure if you can see, but there are these 3 velocity curve presets and also the fixed velocity. So if I hit this, then everything will be full, regardless of how hard I hit the pads. And then this will be slightly more expressive, but I still find it a bit difficult to play like quiet notes. Everything is just too loud because I usually hit these pads quite hard, I think. So I use this curve, but today I also added an extra velocity effect within Ableton Live, so which means that the velocities going to the drum plugin are even more quiet, or even quieter, I think. So I can play these very, very faint or quiet sounding things. Which I really like. I hope you too. Alright, I'm going to play a little bit more before we dive into this I'm going to crowdsource some ideas from you for my next video. But before that, let's see. I don't have too many riffs here, just these 6 different ones, but let's see what I can make of these. Sorry, there was one more question. Yeah, back to the first question about polyrhythms, and so I answered I think I answered triplets, quintuplets, these kind of things. Polyrhythm, I don't think I do a lot of polyrhythm actually, in terms of like polyrhythm is like when, like for example, when with your right hand you play 5 and during the same period you play only 4, or like a different number with your left hand, like this. Like I played 5 with my right hand and 4 with my left, I think. And yeah, this doesn't work at all with this kind of alternating hand technique, which relies on this kind of constant right left movement. So I just never play that kind of stuff. What I am going to play today, what I'm going to ask you to help me with using this crowdsourcing idea, is this polymetric finger drumming, which I think means that like both hands follow the same. Oh, it's much simpler than what it takes to explain it. So basically, both hands follow the same kind of tempo or pattern, but not the same pattern. The pattern itself will have a different period. For example, you play like the pattern I play with my right hand will repeat after like four notes, but the other one will repeat after 3 notes. And this is what I already played today. Basically just, starting with a simple thing like this with my right hand, and with the left I'm just playing a pattern of, so this is like 4, and I will play 3 with my left hand, just a fixed pattern. So kind of, it almost feels like cheating, although it wasn't trivial to figure out how to do this, but I'm just following this kind of fixed pattern, like snare, right, kick, with my left hand. Yeah, because I'm still sticking with this right, left hand movement. This is actually pretty easy to pull off with this technique, and there's like such a huge potential in this, because like you can play like 7 with your right and 5 with your left hand, or 3 with your right and 4 with your left, and everything else. So I think for this, like, it's super suitable, with the slight kind of caveat that actually there's this tiny bit of offset. So I'm not doing like I can't do that. So I'm still like, I have this kind of offset between my two hands, but that makes it sound even more clever and weird, I think. Anyway. Yeah. Korg Nanopad 2. That's a good start, I guess. Although I've never played it, but I would imagine it's probably it probably also has like quality issues like the cheaper Akai ones. Although even the more expensive ones, like apparently this one and the Launchpad X, have quality issues. Like different people have completely different experiences with these in terms of pad response. Anyway, let me play something. I'll be back chatting with you guys. Thanks for being here. Awesome community, I think. Where was I? so much fun to play this thing. By this thing, I mean like finger drumming. After 5 years of practice, I can I don't need to think very often. I don't need to think about what I want to play. I will just kind of like, sit back and watch what my brain and my fingers will do. And nularmusic is such a great partner in this, because I like just listening to drums is kind of like gets a bit boring after a while, I think. But yeah, like I just keep playing the drums, and these other instruments kind of like, visit me while I'm playing. Like, hello bass, hello guitar, join me for a drink. So much fun. Highly recommended. Like, if you want to get into finger drumming because you haven't done that before, and you have questions or don't know how to get started, feel free to ask me, because like I did this, like I didn't have a teacher, I didn't follow a course, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming and challenging. At least for me it was. Maybe today it's much easier because there are lots of courses available. Anyway, it's such a great journey. Highly recommended. Also, nularmusic is free for everyone to use. You just need Ableton Live. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching and listening. Yeah, practicing years and years and years. Just checking all these messages. Cheap but good for starting, I guess. Yeah. So basically, like, the key advice I give everyone, if someone asks me, well, someone actually just asked me about like what pad controller they should buy, or whether the machine is better than the Launchpad or vice versa. I can tell you my perspective, my opinion, my experience, and yours might be completely different. So you need to get that thing, get a machine, get a Launchpad Pro. Ideally, buy from a store where you can return it if you don't like it. And if you like it, maybe in a year or in 2 years, you will figure out that, all right, I used to like this, but now I can feel that it's, the velocity response is not quite consistent across all the pads. So kind of you grow out of it, and time to upgrade. But yeah, you can probably sell it and buy something else. All right, are you ready for some kind of interactive songwriting, I guess? So basically the idea I tried yesterday, and I think it was a lot of fun. Like, let's start with providing 3 numbers. So here's an example. I will say 3 numbers, 3 small numbers, like let's stick with 2, 3, and 4. These are the 3 numbers, and just build a sequence from these. Like, I'm going to start with just saying 2, 3, 4, like the, just to get started. And then 2, 3, 4, I'm going to build a basic sequence from this, which is like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we just discussed, this kind of polymetric thing I've been using, I've been doing with my left hand. Like, I'm going to play a pattern of 3 because that's what I practice the most, but I will also try playing a pattern of 4 across this 2, 3, 4. That's 9. So, right? 2, 3. Yeah, that's 9. So 9 with my right hand and 3 with my left. Not super polymetric if there's a quality like that, because 9 is divisible by 3. But yeah, let's see. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And like all of these sequences I programmed into nularmusic, well, not these, but these, all of them have like one, the guitars are triggered by these 2 right pads, right cymbal pads. But the left one always triggers a different melody. So then I will just play the same riff, and let's listen to what it sounds like. So Oops. Or going to a different sequence. I hope I wasn't cheating, but I think I cut this 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So this is just an example, but it would be great to like do this more interactively. Like if you give me like 3 numbers or 4 numbers, like 2 3 3 4, maybe I can pull it off as well. And then, you know, we can collectively decide which one we like the best, like we can vote or something like that. And the favorite one I will integrate into my next song. Is that a good idea? What do you think? So just give me some numbers. I will practice the same thing while I'm waiting. So if you can just type in something like oh nice, I already got some excellent ideas. So 3, 5 and 7, I would stick with like just using 3 numbers. Picking numbers from 2, 3 and 4, because 7 and 5, like those can be broken down into like 3s and 4s. So like 3, 5, 7, it could be something like 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. And that's, I can give it a try. It's just a bit too long for me to remember. But I will start with this 2, 2, 4 and, see what it sounds like. And I will move on to the 3, 2, 3. All right, 2, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, oops. I think it will be quite difficult to choose, because I think all of these like polymetric things, like I could listen to either of these for maybe not hours, but for minutes, I think. So that was 2, 2, 4. Let's memorize that we have 2, 2, 4. I will play it again at some point. I will move on to 3, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oops. I guess I need a judge so that someone can, let me know if I'm actually playing something else. Maybe I will play it more slowly. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I quite like this. Let's listen to some melodies with it. like this kind of this kick pattern which emerges from this. Yeah, I would actually prefer to something that doesn't add up to 8. Like, yeah, the weirder the better, I guess. So 3, 4, 3. So that's like 10. Let's see that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Too. What do you think? I like the comp, like 3, 2, 3. What is that like? Oh, okay, that's 8. Maybe that's why it felt more natural. Still, it had this different groove, so I quite liked it. But yeah, this one was this stretched my brain a bit more, I think. So 3, 4, 2. So that's another 9. Let's see that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Very nice. Yeah. So that's 9. We had 10. It would be great to try 11, I guess, if you could find a sequence which adds up to 11. I wonder if that will be a challenge for me. So was it 3, 4, 2? 2, 2, 4 sounded nice, but yeah, it was another one of those 8 ones, so it was a bit more straightforward. Classic groove. Thank you. Hey frontman, welcome to my stream. Good to see you here. Drumforge kit. I'm not sure what that is, actually. But the drums are Steven Slade drums. So for your right hand kick snare pattern, you typically do kick snare for 2, kick snare for 3, kick snare, kick for 4. Actually, I haven't been thinking about that. Just this was a handy, no pun intended, handy way of memorizing these numbers, I guess. So like, what was the last one? Okay, 4, 4, 3. Yeah, that's 11, but at the same time, okay, let's see. Because yesterday we had something similar, like something like 4, 4, 3, 4, and because there are so many 4s in it, it's actually like quite easy to play. Just it's almost like 4, 4 going most of the time, and every now and then you know change it a tiny bit. But let's see. Yeah, thank you. 4, 4, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you get quite comfortable with your 4s, and then there's a 3. But still, let's see. Yeah, not bad, but yeah, I expected 11 to feel a lot weirder. 2, 4, 3, 2. So that's also 11. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 3, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, I can see what kind of hole I put myself into. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oops. This is good. I like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nope. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2. Okay. This is great. Like, you know, proper mindfuck right now. This is good. Oh, I was focusing on this. So 2, 2, 4, 3, 2. Let's remember that. This was the most challenging one so far. An odd hole. Yeah. I see where this is going. Drumforge. That sounds similar. What do you think, Robert? Let me check out. Oh no, sorry, I don't have a browser open right now, but I will check it out. I will play this a little bit more, and I guess it could be fun just to shuffle it up, maybe 2, 3, 4, 2 or something like that. I go back to 2, 4, 3, 2, and then I'll try to switch it up. 2, 4, 3, 2. practice slowly first, right? Nope. This is great. Like, I can see if I can get comfortable playing this kind of stuff, then I can like when I was just randomly playing this thing, not this thing, just randomly playing, I didn't know what I was playing, but a lot of these odd time signatures are just or they feel quite natural because I play them so much. And maybe one day I can integrate this mindfuck thing into my repertoire of naturally flowing patterns, I guess. I hope so. So I'm going to shuffle this up. So 2, 3, 4, 2. What do you think about that? Or does anyone have a better suggestion or different one? Yeah, I'm going to check it out. It rings a bell, but I'm not sure. So 2, 3, 4, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, this is a bit easier, I guess, because of the 2, 3, 4. It's just easier to memorize for me. Which means we need to pick the other one to make the end result more, the most, I guess, disturbing for our brains. Yeah. Okay. Can we? How far can we push this? any other even weirder things? Should we try different sequences adding up to 11, or maybe should we go to 13? Let's see. 2, 3, 4. So this was 2, 3, 4, 2. So 2, 3, 4, 4. Something like that. 2, 4, 3, 4. Was that 8? Yeah, 2, 4, 3, 4. What do you think? 2, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that symmetry, like having the fours in different positions. It just sounds too regular. Not nearly mindfuck enough. Maybe 2, 4. Yeah, actually these numbers, like this, like 2, 4, 3, 2 and 2, 3, 4, 2, I quite like these. Like still fairly compact. Like the whole sequence won't be like too long, but still like really hurting my brain. So I'm going to try 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. So that's basically like 5, 4, 4. Let's see. Yeah, that's just too long. It doesn't have this nice, nice groove like a 9 or 11, I think. Okay, I'm going to try this. 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 2, 3, that's 5, so that's 10, that's 14. So basically 7. 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. We can do a 1, but it's I think it's basically like a 4, the 3 and the 1 together. Okay, I'll give it a go. So that's 3, 4, 2, 4. Oh, okay. That's basically 3, 4, 2, 4, I think, which is the same as what I said. Or did I say 2, 4, 3, 4? Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this could work. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Nope. What was the first one? 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh. This is good. Interesting. So what was I playing before? So this is 3, 4, 2, 4. So I was playing 2, 4, 3, 4, which was like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't like that at all. But this is much better. 3, 4, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like an additional level of mindfuck that this sequence is like 7 notes in this sequence. So I'm playing like a 13, right? 13 pattern, while my left hand plays a pattern of 3, and this guitar plays a pattern of 7. All right, let's not open a singularity here. I will try. So. Was it 3, 4, 2, 4? So. 1, 2, 3. know any songs which utilize like similar polymeters, I guess. Yeah, I usually don't count most songs I listen to. Like I think it was sometime last year I started learning Goliath from Carnival, which is like one of my all-time favorite songs. It's so incredibly good, and it's just so weird, like what the different instruments are playing, and it's I'm not saying it's more clever than these like 1373 or whatever, but it is very, very clever and just very, very different from what I would just naturally play. Yeah, that's definitely in the ultra mindfuck category. Oh, Car Bomb. Yeah, what an awesome band. I went to I saw them. Can't remember because I haven't seen a gig for a year. I don't know, maybe 2 years ago here in Hungary, and I think they were the support band for Animals as Leaders, and I think most people came for Animals as Leaders, but I had known Car Bomb as well before, and they blew my mind with that kind of stuff they were playing. Really, really awesome stuff. Yeah, wouldn't call it easy listening. Anyone's been to this festival, Arctangent, in the UK, near Bristol? These things. Because like it was not last year, but before 2019, I was there. Most awesome festival I know, like mostly math rock, post rock, and other weird time signature, and just not super radio friendly stuff, and just great vibes and everything. And Car Bomb played there as well. And there was this kind of roundtable session one morning or one afternoon, I think, where I think it was the singer, I guess, of Car Bomb, who was also there with some other awesome musicians, and basically they were talking about how to get somewhere in the music industry, and sharing their perspectives. It was really, really interesting. I think key takeaway point, like, just be nice to people. I guess that was my key takeaway point. Not that it's like rocket science or anything, but yeah, useful to repeat. Okay, I'm going to try this 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. So that's like 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Quite nice. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. If I can. I think I'm near my limits, or I'm approaching them. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, not bad, I think. Not easy either. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. actually I can't play this without actually saying the numbers, without counting with my mouth. Challenging stuff. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should just play some AC/DC to, you know, clean our brains. Which one? This 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I could actually, I'm starting to get my head around this. I think this could become more natural to play these things. So if I will practice these patterns we've come up with so far today, I guess in a month's time or something like that, I could proceed to like even more complicated ones, like, I don't know, going up to 23 or something like that. Or I need to figure out a way how to read like sheet music, how to you know, be able to write down and not having to memorize these things, because I think that's the key difficulty, that I just need to memorize these long sequences. Apart from the, you know, proper mindfuck, different hands are playing different meters and this kind of stuff. So what do you think about the original idea? Should we vote? Like, I'm happy to go with the decision of the people, and you know, record my next video using this kind of pattern we agree on. Should I go back and replay these, or do we have a winner already? I hope it's not the last one. Or any other ideas, any other sequences I haven't tried. There must be a lot of other interesting sequences, I guess. Yeah, but just writing down the numbers, it's yeah, I guess that could be a first step. Yeah, probably it's just practicing. I forgot what sounded like 2, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let me play that again. 2, 4, 3, 4. Or should we go back? Yeah, I play that now. Okay, I will try to dive right in. Let's see how that goes. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. this is quite nice. 224. Thank you so much for letting my brain rest a bit. 224. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4. This is also really good. I guess just everything sounds good with this bass player. Nice. I actually I might build like a concrete wall and just use some chalk. So we've got one vote for 224, one vote for 2432. Anything else? I don't think I should vote. Or I'm happy to go back to one of these and play it again to refresh our collective memories. Yeah. Okay. Which was that the 3 4 2 3 1? All right. Okay. I'm going to write these down now because I just realized that I can't type because of Robert. Come on, Robert, play something. Let's see if my CPU can take any more stress, like creating a text file. All right, so one of the candidates is 3 4 2 3 1. So this is the 13th thing. And we've got one vote for 224. And also for 2432. All right, this is excellent because I think unless someone votes for something else, like Robert, I'm going to write a song using these 3 patterns. I guess that could be a pretty epic song. What do you think? Or maybe it will be just, complete unlistenable mindfuck. Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit more. My brain is quite fried, as are my fingers, so I'm not going to stay for a lot longer. Probably, 5-10 minutes or something. So feel free to, vote more in the meantime, or, make requests. I'm just going to play some random improvised stuff, like as usual. And then I'll say good night soon. Robert's vote should count for 2. I'm not sure he's allowed to vote. I mean, he knows too much. It's I'm sure someone would complain about that, right? Yeah, he has good ears for sure. He just realized halfway that he didn't bring his headphones. I think he's still waiting for the set to begin because he can't hear anything. Hey man, best friend crew, thank you for visiting me. It was great meeting you the other day. No, these are instruments, like virtual instruments. I use IK Multimedia's Modo bass for the bass and Steven Slade drums 5.5 for the drums and Ample Sound Hairraiser 3 for the guitar. Yeah, the bass is actually, that's a physical model instrument. Those are not samples, but everything else is. Did you agree anything about the future direction of your album with your friend last night? Not last night, the last time we spoke. I really liked, that song when I popped into your stream. I got some King Crimson vibes out of it. Really cool stuff. So it was a bit of a disappointment that I can't just go and listen to it already. But I look forward to it. Dial back the mind fuck a little bit because we've seen some pretty crazy numbers tonight. Being in a band, I need to practice like speaking and playing. Being in a band feels like like a really complicated relationship where there are like more than two, like 3, 4, 5, or in some cases even more people, and you need to sync up. And that's probably one of the reasons why I developed this whole thing. Like I'm using this Max for Live device I developed so that I can play all the instruments at the same time. So that I can, whenever I'm free to jam with myself, then I'm there. It's a bit easier to pull off than with 2 or 3 other collaborators. Set up to work in a single key, are able to modulate. So basically, in this Max for Live device I developed, there are these pre-programmed sequences. For example, so these are my kick pads, and this also triggers some bass notes. I'm really proud of this sequence of notes. This is a pretty simple one, so just, different pads play different notes, but this and this one is yet another one. It's also polyphonic, so you can store chords. So you can enter whatever notes you want. It's not that I don't know much music theory, so I didn't restrict myself to specific keys, anything on the chromatic scale really. And then I've got some sequences programmed to different slots, and I can switch between them using these pads. So I can't change those sequences in real time, like I can't tweak them here, but I can switch between them, whenever I feel like it. Yeah. Well, an entire album, I would say. At least that's my plan. I'm really, as you might be able to tell, I'm really passionate about live music, like playing things fully live. Well, I normally refer to this as 100% live, but still, there are these pre-programmed things. So if someone calls this cheating, that's kind of fair, but still, I am triggering all those notes. So the timing depends on my playing entirely. And I can't remember the last time I moved any MIDI notes or something manually. I'm just going with this live vibe and record something, and if it's good enough, then it's good enough. I don't quantize or anything, and if it's not good enough, then I will keep practicing and record it again. And the only other way I can see myself making music is like using synthesizers and groove boxes, which are inherently quantized. What I mentioned. I just got this polyent tracker device, which is a different kind of mindfuck. Actually, not that different, because I'm playing some really weird polyrhythmic stuff on that, but I'm not actually playing I'm sequencing, so it's a bit different. But yeah, I think there's so much potential in this, in finger drumming and playing live stuff on Twitch. Whenever I'm looking for some live performance, at least I think half of the music channels are DJ sets, and they have their place. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be, but it's so hard to find original music being performed live. And I think, to me, that's what I'm really interested in. Yeah. So sorry about this rant. Yeah, it feels like I'm just, you know, scratching the, still after 5 years of working on this, I'm still just scratching the surface, and I'm not I don't really limit myself to one genre. Like I have these math rock and gent sets. This is also quite genty. This kind of, I'm not sure what this is called, soft gent, because it's not about riffs and distorted stuff, but these weird clean melodies and weird rhythms. But I also have this kind of, I don't actually know what it is. I call it soul jazz, but I don't know what it actually is, because I'm not too much into soul and jazz. But I've got one of those videos on my YouTube channel, which is like a completely different genre, and obviously lots of possibilities with electronic genres. But I just find, usually I find acoustic drum samples or acoustic drum instruments more inspiring because of how dynamic they sound. And that doesn't need to be, you know, this kind of dynamic sound doesn't need to be restricted to acoustic drums. Like electronic sample sets or synthesizers could be made more responsive to velocity and that kind of stuff, and that's another thing I'm currently exploring. Lots of interesting things. Machine must serve man and woman, or women and rabbit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I had infinite amount of time, then I would definitely spend a lot of time learning music production and, you know, moving MIDI messages here and there and programming stuff with my mouse. But or maybe not, because it's just so much fun, so much more fun to play it. Don't listen to that, Robert. That's a really interesting idea, huh? I guess like from MIDI instruments, like if someone's playing a MIDI keyboard, then this should be, I guess, relatively straightforward ish. No idea, but like from your guitar playing, maybe. Oh, Restream, this tool I'm using to stream to YouTube and Twitch, just congratulated me for receiving or having received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, so like with your guitar playing, like extracting the harmonic content from that, I guess you would at least need a MIDI pickup or something. Or I don't know, some real-time Melodyne thing. But this doesn't need to be real-time, so it could be like extracting the harmonic content a bit more slowly. It doesn't need to be like hard real-time. Yeah, that's a very, very interesting idea. Yeah. I'll add it to my list of really interesting ideas to explore. But yeah, that's really cool. All right, I'm actually getting really tired, so I'm going to say goodbye very soon. I'm really happy you were here. Robert is really happy that he was here and also that you were here. Hello? Or maybe here. Yeah. He's so happy. Can you see how happy he is? He actually looks a bit menacing, I think, but that's just the way he expresses his happiness. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a lot of fun. I wrote down these 3 patterns we agreed upon, so please hold me accountable for actually using these. Like there should be a panel of judges who will listen to the next song. Okay, I can't guarantee it's going to be the very next one, but in the foreseeable future, I'm going to record a song, probably with these kind of sequences and sounds and the numbers we agreed on, and hopefully you'll enjoy, and you'll be so happy that you actually changed the course of this sentence is getting really long. So I hope you enjoy being part of this creative process. Yeah, also, you know, you've got link to my YouTube channel if you're missing me or wanna, watch more of this kind of stuff when I'm not streaming. But I'll be back next Monday at 9 a.m. GMT or next Tuesday at the same time. So thanks a lot for being here and see you next time.